Today we're going to be showing you a complete beginner's guide to the iPhone X. Now this video has everything you need to become an iPhone X expert. And this is great for people who are maybe starting out with an iPhone, people who've switched over from Android and want to see how the iPhone X compares, and even people who want to see all of the great new features for the iPhone X. Now this video is broken down into several chapters, and we'll be going through all of these in this video today. However, if you're watching this video back or you want to refresh yourself on what you learned, you can always take a look down there in the description with the complete chapter list along with links to the different timestamps of the video. Alright, let's get started and take a look at the complete beginner's guide to the iPhone X. Now, before we dive directly into the phone itself, we wanted to show you some of the physical features of your new iPhone so you know what we're talking about when we refer to them later on in the video. So of course at the front you do have the screen, and a new part of the iPhone X is that the screen goes from the top all the way down to the bottom. So there is no home button anymore. Now we're going to get into the buttons and gestures a little bit later on in the video. But it's important to note that the side button is one that you'll be interacting with a lot. It's right up here at the top right-hand side of your phone. Now, the recommended grip for your phone is just like this. So as you can see, your index finger of your left hand easily rests over the side button so that you can press it just like so with your index finger. Now, if we take a look at the other side of the phone, you can see that we do have our mute switch. So as you can see, when the mute switch is back, it shows red. That means that your phone is muted and it will not make a sound when you receive text messages or notifications or alerts. Now, if this is forward, it means that it's unmuted and your phone will ring as usual. Underneath that, we do have a volume rocker. It's a little harder to see because I do have the Space Gray edition, but as you can see here, you have volume up and volume down. Now, these are also used in a few different functions that we'll show you later on in the video. Now, if you take a look at the back, obviously the main part of the back of your phone is the rear-facing camera up here along with the flash, and we'll get into the camera again later on in the video. Just wanted to point some things out here at the beginning. Now, underneath, we do have the speakers and microphone, and as well as the lightning port, which is where you're going to plug your phone in to charge, or if you're using regular headphones with the lightning adapter, you can plug those in right there. Now, again, at the front, you also have your speaker for when you're talking on the phone right at the top, as well as your front-facing camera, which will also serve as Face ID. Now, throughout this video, you might see some blinking lights up at the top. Now, these you won't actually see in person. They're a little bit purplish. The reason you see these is because Face ID sends out some infrared sensors, and unfortunately, the camera does pick those up. So I just wanted to clear that up if you're wondering. Alright, so those are the physical features of the iPhone. Now we're going to take a look at some of the additional accessories that come with your phone and how to use them. So now we're going to take a look at some of the accessories that come in your iPhone X box. Now, most important, of course, is your wall adapter brick. Now, this is going to allow you to plug this directly into your wall, and all you have to do is put the USB cable right into the back, just like so. And then the lightning connector end, which is the other side of that cable, looks just like this. It's a lightning connector, goes directly into the bottom of your iPhone X. And once this is plugged into the wall, it will charge your iPhone just like so. Also included in the box are your Apple EarPods, which of course you can use to listen to music, any videos you're watching on your device. You put these in your ears denoting the sides, L for left, R for right. And then you plug the other end, which is again a lightning connector, directly into your phone, like so, right at the bottom. Just like that. And then you're able to listen to music or videos, whatever you happen to be watching. Now, one thing to quickly note is the little control area right here on your headphones. Now, this actually does have a built-in microphone as well, so this means that you can take calls just using your EarPods, which is great. Now, it does have volume up and volume down, and then you can use the center button once to play pause. If you press and hold the center button, you'll actually activate Siri. Watch this. and then you can ask Siri whatever you would like. We'll get into how to interact with Siri a little bit later on in the video, but it's important to know the different functions that you can use on your earpods to activate Siri. One more thing that you'll also find in the box is Apple's Lightning to 3.5 millimeter jack adapter. So this allows you to again plug the Lightning connector into your phone, but then use any set of headphones that you have that has a 3.5 millimeter jack with your iPhone. This is great because it means you can use your favorite pair of headphones with your iPhone even though it has the Lightning connector. Now we're going to show you how to turn on your phone, turn off your phone, as well as have an emergency restart if there's some kind of bug on your phone and you can't do anything with it if it freezes. We'll show you how all of this works right now. Now the easiest way to turn on your phone if it's just been in sleep mode, which is regular, just turned off like so, all you have to do is press the side button like this. And as you can see, the phone turns on. Face ID will scan your face, and don't worry, we'll get into Face ID a little later in the video. And then what you'll be able to do is just swipe up from the bottom and access your phone like so. Now to turn it off, just press the side button again, and it will sleep the phone just like that. Now this isn't completely powering off the phone. We'll show you how to do that in just a second. But one last way you can turn it on, and this is actually new with the iPhone 10. Say your phone's on a table, you want to check the time or see if you got any notifications. All you have to do is just tap, and it'll wake up the phone just like so. You can see any notifications, you can check the time. It's very easy like that. Now, as I alluded to earlier, when you're just hitting the side button, you're only sleeping your phone. It's not completely powered down, because as you can see, it's ready to turn on at a moment's notice. Now you can compare this to the way you sleep your computer, or just log out of your computer, because it doesn't completely turn off the computer itself. Now, when you actually shut down your computer, that completely turns off the computer that you have. There's the same feature for the iPhone. Now, what we recommend doing is completely powering off your iPhone at least once a month. And this is completely shutting it down. So the way to do this is to press and hold both the side button and the volume up button at the same time. The side button and volume up button. As you can see, this brings up this menu. We'll talk more about emergency SOS later in the video. That's a very helpful feature, and it can keep you safe in the event of emergency. We'll cover that later. But for now, what we are interested in is the slide to power off. Slide like that, and as you can see, you have now completely powered off your phone. Now, this is important to do at least once a month because it refreshes your phone, makes sure that it's not going to be as sluggish. It's like shutting down your computer and turning it back on again. It helps to make sure everything's working properly. So I recommend doing this at least once a month. And also if things are starting to slow down on your phone, I recommend doing this, and that should help pick it up. Now as you can see here, you can't tap the screen to turn it back on. You can't even press the side button once to turn it back on. The way to turn your phone back on is to press and hold the side button like so. And as you can see, it pops up with the Apple logo. It should load in just a second, like this. There we go. Pops up with the Apple logo, and it should power on the phone. There you go. And now your phone is back powered on, and it's just been completely recycled. It's been shut down and turned back on again. Now, you may encounter the issue, and by the way, when you reset, you do have to put in your password again. I just have a dummy password for this video, 123456. Of course, I recommend doing something a little more complicated for your own passcode. And we'll show you how to set that up a little bit later. But for now, if you run into a problem where, let's say you're in an application and it happens to freeze and you can't do anything else. Let's simulate this. Say you're in the settings app, it completely freezes, you can't do anything else, you can't hold the power button and volume up button to actually power off your phone. You're stuck and you don't know what to do. Well, what you're going to need to do is do a force restart of your phone. And the way to do this is to press the power up button, then the volume up button, that is, volume up, and then volume down, and then press and hold the side button for 10 seconds. And this will force reset your phone, just like so. As you can see, it completely shut off the phone without the need to swipe, and it's the same type of method that was used earlier. However, the reason that you do it like this is only if you encounter a glitch or encounter an error where you can't reset the regular way. Because if you have something on your phone that's not saved, it's not going to save it. It's just going to immediately go and restart your phone. So this is only if you run into an issue. But if you do run into an issue, it's important to know how to fix it. So again, the way that you would do that is press volume up, volume down, and then press and hold the side button for 10 seconds. So that's how to turn on and off your phone, completely power off your phone, which we recommend doing at least once a month or if your phone gets sluggish, and how to force reset your phone if you're running into a bug, your phone freezes, and you don't know what to do. Now we're going to show you all of the different gestures and button presses that you need to use for your iPhone to fully interact with it. Now, we'll start right here on the lock screen. Of course, we showed you once you turn on your phone by clicking the side button, all you need to do is swipe up to access your phone itself. Now, of course, to access the apps, just tap on them and it'll pull up the applications. Now, to exit out of these apps, you simply need to swipe up from the bottom, and as you can see, it closes the application itself. Just swipe up and it closes the app. Now, in order to switch quickly between different applications, you can do this using this bar right here at the bottom. All you need to do is swipe over like so, and you'll get to the next application that you were previously in. Swipe over again, and you'll get to the next application after that. All you need to do is swipe back and forth between the applications using this simple bar right at the bottom. Now, if you're looking to find an application you had open relatively quickly, or to close other applications you might have in the background, the way you do that is you hold this bar, pull up, but instead of fully closing, just hold there for a second. Now this might take a couple of tries, but once you get the gesture, it should come naturally to you. So pull up and hold, and as you can see, you now enter multitasking, where you can see all of the different applications that you have open. Now, to go into them, just tap, and it'll bring you to that application. Now, if we go back there again, we'll show you how you can actually close applications. So if you wanted to close an app, all you have to do is press and hold, and as you can see, it pops up with the little red delete icon. Now, this doesn't delete the app, don't worry. This just closes the app running on your phone. So it'll just close the application itself, just like so, close the app. You can also swipe up to have the same effect. Now, if you want to close all the apps on your phone, just close all the applications right here, and as you can see, now we don't have any apps running. Now, we already showed you how to power on and off your phone, and again, we showed you that in the last section using the side button, of course, powering down with the side button and the top volume button. But I also wanted to show you one more feature that we mentioned earlier, we kind of alluded to. If you press and hold the side button and the volume up button at the same time, in addition to slide to power off, you also get the emergency SOS function. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because this feature is actually very serious. It does have the potential to save you from a dangerous situation. Hopefully you never have to use it, but in the event that you do, it's good to know that it's there. So the emergency SOS, if you swipe that, it will actually automatically call emergency services for you, and it will alert anyone in your health app listed as an emergency contact, and we'll show you how to set that up later in the video. It will actually send them a text that you needed to call emergency services. Now, that's important to note just in case it ever comes up. Hopefully you never have to use it, but I wanted to point that out so you have that available and you're prepared. Now, another way to set this up so that you can actually access this just by tapping the side button 5 times is to go into settings, and I recommend everybody watching this video go in and set this up because, again, it's better to be prepared. Hopefully you never have to use this, but I want to show you how to set it up just in case. So you're going to go into settings. You're going to scroll down to emergency SOS right here. And then as you can see, usually what it would have is just this auto call, which is what we showed you earlier. If you press and hold the volume up and side button, and then you swipe emergency SOS, it'll automatically call emergency services. It will also text your emergency contacts to let them know that you've called emergency services as well. Now, I recommend enabling this feature also works with 5 clicks. because this way you can access emergency services even without having to swipe on your phone much quicker. And you do this by pressing the side button right here, again, the side button, 5 times. And it will automatically call emergency services and alert your emergency contacts. Now this is valuable. Say you have your phone in your pocket. If you encounter a dangerous situation, you can press the button 5 times and rest assured that it would then call emergency services. Now again, hopefully you never have to use this. However, in the event of an emergency, it's important to know that this exists. Now again, to set up the emergency contacts and health that it will text if you do run into an emergency. Now this of course is in addition to calling 911 or whatever your emergency equivalent is. You can click the button right here, set up your emergency contacts and health, and that will allow you to plug in family and friends that you'd like to be contacted in the event of an emergency. Again, hopefully you don't have to use that, but it's good to be prepared. Now we'll show you how to activate Siri, access your control center, and notification center right here from your phone. Now to access Siri, all you have to do is press and hold on the side button like so.
Did you accidentally summon me?
No, I did not. Hello, Siri.
Good afternoon, Alaric.
There we go. And as you can see, all you have to do is press and hold on the side button. And then you can access Siri just like that. Now, the other way to access Siri is to say, "Hey Siri," just like so. And actually I have another phone back here that went off as well, which is kind of funny. But that will allow you to access Siri as well, either by pressing the side button and holding, or by saying those words, "Hey," followed by Siri. If I say it too fast, it'll activate right now. So now we're going to show you, and again, we'll get into everything you can do with Siri later in the video. There's a whole section dedicated to Siri. I just wanted to show you how to access it right now. Now, here's how you can access your lock screen. Now, the way to access your lock screen is to swipe down from the top left of your phone. And as you can see, you have the lock screen right here. We'll get into more features of the lock screen as well as the home screen a little bit later on in this video. Now, to access the control center, all you need to do is swipe down from the top right. And as you can see, you have your full control center here with all of these great features. We'll show you everything you need to do and need to know about the control center again in another section. I just wanted to show you how to access it. And finally, the last thing that we're going to show you how to access from here is to swipe down from the center. Now actually you have to go down a little bit. So swipe down from the center right there, and that will pull up Spotlight Search, so you can search for an app you're looking for, say for instance weather. You can pull up weather just like that. This will let you search your whole iPhone, including your text messages and your emails if you have that enabled in settings. So that way you can find apps you're looking for, emails you're looking for. It's a great way to search your phone. So those are all of the different ways to access your device, including all the buttons and all the gestures that you need to know. Now we're going to take a look at some of the core communication-based apps on your phone. Don't worry, we'll be diving into all the other applications like weather, clock, calendar, camera a little bit later on. But for now, we want to show you the main communications apps and the browsing app, just so that you get a sense of kind of the main components of your phone. What you're really looking to do is kind of a standard aspect of your device. Now, of course, we do have the Mail app, where when you first click on it, you'll be presented with Welcome to Mail, where you can hook up your own mail, your email account, that is. So say you have Gmail, just click on Google, type in your email or phone number and then your password, and you'll get all of your inbox right here, so you can respond to emails, read emails, send new emails directly from the Mail application. Now, at the bottom left, we of course do have our phone equipped with the keypad. So that's in the keypad section where you can dial whatever number you're looking to call. You can also look at favorites. So these are people that you've saved into your favorites. If you want to add somebody new from your contact list, just click the plus icon. Now, Recents has the recent calls, call history that you have. Of course, Voicemail has any voicemails they left from those calls. And then Contacts is your full list of phone number contacts. You can click on them and give them a call. You can even add them to your favorites like we just showed you. Of course, we also have Messenger, or Messages, that is, where you can go into here and you can send messages to other people. Of course, just click on iMessage. You can type a text to them. This works as iMessage if you're texting another person with an iPhone, or as a general text message if you're texting somebody that does not have an iPhone. We also wanted to show you Safari. And of course, we also have Safari down here as well. And in order to go to a website, just tap at the top, and you can either search a Google search or type in the exact URL of a website. Say, for instance, apple.com, and it'll take you directly to that site. Of course, the nice iPhone X right there. Now, in order to switch between pages, just click the little page icon down here, and you can actually add a new tab by clicking the plus icon, open a private browsing window, or scroll between the different pages you have open, and of course close them by clicking the little X at the top. So if we wanted to add a new page, let's say we wanted to go to YouTube, we can just click YouTube right there, and as you can see, it opens up YouTube in a brand new page. To switch between them, just click the little switcher, and you can go back to Apple. If you want to close one of them, just click the little X at the top left, and that will close that page. Now, if you want to save a page to your favorites or save it to your bookmarks, just click this little button right here. And as you can see, you can actually send it either as a message or mail, or you can add it to your bookmarks or your favorites. Your favorites is what we showed you earlier in your home page. Adding it to your bookmarks, this is going to add it as a bookmark on your phone so you can come back and find it later. While we're in Safari, I wanted to show you an amazing application called Dosh. Now, Dosh is actually the sponsor of this complete beginner's guide to the iPhone X, and it's for good reason. They're an amazing application. They allow you to earn instant cash back on regular purchases you make, and they've teamed up with over 100,000 different stores such as Walmart, Hallmark, Forever 21, Denny's, and a whole lot more to get you instant cash back whenever you go shopping automatically. Now, instead of using coupons or rebates that you have to mail in or scanning barcodes, this app is very easy. You just hook up your credit card and it'll automatically give you cash back on the purchases that you make by taking a look at your purchases, seeing where you deserve cash back, and giving it to you automatically. This is a great application. They work with over 100,000 different stores, restaurants, and online shops across the country, and we're going to show you how you can download this right now. Now, this does help to support our show. We have a lot more of the Complete Beginner's Guide coming up, so don't worry, we have a lot more content, but we're going to just take a quick break to show you how Dosh works and how you can download it and start earning cash back. So here's how to install Dosh on your phone. You're going to go to this exact URL in your mobile Safari browser, so open up Safari if you don't have it up yet, and you're going to go to this URL that's on the screen. Now make sure you go to this exact URL because it helps to support our show. We put a lot of time and effort into creating this Complete Beginner's Guide, and it also allows you to make sure that you get the latest version of Dosh so you can earn cash back. Alright, so here's how to go to the URL. It's bit.ly, bit.ly/use Dosh. Just like this, bit.ly, bit.ly/USEDOSH. Just like that. The link is also right here on the screen and down in the description. Then click Go. You're going to click Open in the App Store, and then you'll see the Dosh application right here. Just click Install. It may ask you to double-click the side button to confirm the install. Just follow those directions and make sure that the app is downloading. Then you can see that the app is now downloading on your phone, and as you can see, it will be done downloading in just a few seconds. Now make sure so that you help to support our show, and also so that you get the latest version of Dosh, use the link right here on the screen, bit.ly/use Dosh. Alright, we're going to wait for this to fully download and then take a look inside the app. Once the app is done downloading, all you have to do is open up Dosh. And as you can see, Dosh connects your payment cards with real-time, effortless cashback on purchases and travel. Now, they have over 100,000 different local locations, big brands, stores, online stores that you can use with Dosh to earn instant cash back. The best part is it automatically scans your credit card for any purchases you make and then gives you the cash back that you deserve automatically. There's no more coupons or going in scanning barcodes or filing rebates in the mail. It's all automatic. So what you're going to want to do is click Sign Up, And as you can see, here are some samples. These are some of the offers. Walmart, 3% cash back. Forever 21, $10 instant cash back. Jack in the Box, 7% instant cash back. Marriott Hotels, average booking is $59 cash back. Now, and there's over 100,000 more. Now, the really cool thing is you don't actually have to apply for these either before or after the fact. It's all automatic. So if you hook up your credit card and make a booking at Marriott, you could get up to $59 cash back. Make a purchase at Walmart, you get 3% cash back. So it's a really great application that gives you the cash that you deserve without any of the hassle. Now, I actually really believe in this product, and that's why they're today's sponsor. They help to support this episode showing you the complete beginner's guide to the iPhone X. But they're also an amazing application that I recommend downloading. Now, here's how it works. It's very simple. All you have to do is hook up your credit card, and you can hook up one or multiple, and it'll automatically scan that card for any purchases that are eligible and then give you cash back on those purchases right in the app. There's no hassle, there's no added steps, it's all automatic. The best part is when you add your first credit card, you're gonna get a $5 cash bonus right here in Dosh. Now, that's $5 just for signing up and adding your credit card. You also help to support our show as well. So make sure you use that link, bit.ly/usedosh, because that's going to give you access to that $5 credit and also help to support our show. We put in a lot of effort into creating a complete beginner's guide, so it helps to support us as well. Now, if we click next, you can see how it works. Whenever you use your credit card at an eligible location, you'll automatically get cash back in your Dosh app just because it is linked with your credit card. It can sense when you shop at a location that you're eligible for cash back, and it'll give it to you automatically. Then you can add all of that cash up and redeem it directly to your directly to either your PayPal, directly to your bank account, however you'd like to hook it up. As you can see, you can directly transfer it to your bank, you can directly transfer it to charity, whatever you would like. So if that all sounds good, you can click sign up. And as you can see, just fill out your phone number and the additional steps. We're gonna skip past this and then show you inside the app. Once you have filled out your profile, you'll have the ability to earn even more cash back by enabling your location in the app, and then it will pull up Dosh right here. Now, as you can see, all you need to do to get $5 into the account is add your first credit card. But let's take a look at all of these. As you can see, cash back at Hallmark, cash back at all of these different locations. There's a lot of them. If we scroll through here, you can see, you can see Hallmark, Denny's, Forever 21, World Market, all kinds of different locations. There are a lot of them nearby and of course also online. So your favorite stores, you can get cash back automatically. You don't need to go mail in a rebate. You don't need to use a coupon. It's all automatic. So what you're going to do first is actually add your first credit card. As you can see here, you add your card, you use it in stores, and you get cash back. It's that simple and safe. Now, Dosh does use bank-grade security to keep track of your credit cards, so you don't have to worry about any privacy or security issues. It's all very safe with Dosh. So it's very easy to add your card. Just click Add Your Card, enter your number, and then click Confirm. We're going to do that quickly for ourselves just to show you how it works. So as you can see, right when you put in your credit card, you'll get $5 in cash just like that added to your Dosh wallet, which you can cash out either via bank account or to a charitable contribution at any time right there from your Dosh wallet. It also means that whenever you use that credit card to make purchases at one of the over 100,000 plus stores and online shops that are partnered with Dosh, you'll get automatic cash back just for shopping like you normally would. The cash will end up in here and you can cash out at any time using the wallet link right up at the top right of your Dosh application. There are a lot of different stores, so I highly recommend doing this because there's no mail-in rebates or coupons or anything like that. It's all automatic, very simple, just by taking a look at what you purchase on your credit card and giving you cash back when you deserve it. Now, I do recommend going to bit.ly/usedosh. It does, again, help to support our show. They're today's sponsor for this complete beginner's guide. Signing up for an account, entering in your first credit card, you'll also get your $5 bonus as well. And then just using that card to make your regular purchases and watch the cash accumulate. All right, let's continue our complete beginner's guide for the iPhone X. Now we're going to show you how Face ID and passcode work on your iPhone X. So Face ID works by scanning your face and allowing you to have access directly into your phone. Now you'll see this in action if I look away, turn on my phone. If I look at the phone, as you can see, the little lock unlocks. It means that Face ID has been recognized and I can open the phone. But what you may not know is Face ID also works for purchases that you make on the App Store, purchases you make with Apple Pay, and also authenticating your user identity in different functions on your iPhone. So if it needs to verify that you are who you say you are, it'll scan your Face ID and double check. Now, I wanted to show you how to set up your password and also change your Face ID if you need to. So the way to do this is to open up the Settings application and then scroll down until you see Face ID and passcode, just like so. You're going to want to enter your passcode. I just did something simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, you should have a more complex passcode. This is just for the purposes of this video. So in here, you can see what you want to use your Face ID for. So in this case, the iPhone Unlock, Apple Pay, iTunes and App Store, and also Safari Autofill, which is the automatic remembering of passwords if you want to use that as well. Now, those 4 functionality you can change if you'd like. If you want to use Face ID for everything, keep them all on. If you actually don't want to use Face ID for some reason, you can turn all of these off and it won't scan your face. Now, if you want to use it for some but not all, you can adjust these sliders accordingly. Now, if you scroll down, this is actually a really cool feature right here. And this is attention-aware features, just like this. Now, attention-aware features means that if you have this enabled, which I recommend enabling it, if you're looking at your phone, it won't actually dim the screen or turn off the phone while you're looking at it. It senses that you are looking at the phone and it knows to keep it on. With previous devices and with other phones in the market, the phone, say you're reading something or watching a video, it may dim because it doesn't think that you're currently looking at your phone screen. With this enabled, whenever you're looking at your screen, it'll make sure that it stays on and doesn't dim or turn off on you. Now, if you need to reset Face ID for any reason, just click this button, Reset Face ID, and it'll automatically go through the process again of setting up Face ID. Now, the reason we didn't show you this at the beginning of the video, how to set this up or how to set up the passcode initially, is because Apple should have actually walked you through this process. So you just have to follow the steps that Apple shows you in order to set up Face ID. It's the same thing. If you need to reset it, click that button and Apple will walk you through step by step the entire process to reset. Now it's the same thing for the passcode. You can change your passcode, and this is your written out passcode. It could be a number. It could also be a word type passcode or a combination of both. You can change this by clicking Change Passcode. Now, take a look here. You can also see what you're going to allow access while locked. So this is the lock screen. So right here, as you can see, what do you have access to while the phone is locked? And you can change this right here at the bottom. We do have to log back in again. So let's say you don't want people to see your text messages when your phone is locked. You can turn off today's view and recent notifications so that people won't be able to actually read your text message or read the notifications you have on your phone until you actually unlock the phone itself. Now, one last thing I wanted to show you is requiring your passcode and when this is required. If you click here, you can have your passcode either required immediately, or if you turn off Face ID, there's other options as well where you don't need to fit your passcode immediately. You could wait a few minutes or let it not automatically lock on you. Although when Face ID is turned on, the only option is to always require your passcode. So now we wanted to show you some functionality of the lock screen and also how you can change your wallpaper. So first we'll show you the lock screen. Of course, it unlocks when you look at your phone. If you swipe to the right like so, it's going to actually pull up today's view. Now what this lets you do is, of course, see the time, the date. It shows you some app suggestions. It shows you your calendar, what the next event is. It shows you some app suggestions, such as recent apps that you've opened. Of course, we do have Dosh there from earlier. Again, I recommend getting that app. It's amazing. Some other applications that we have. And if we scroll down, you can see we also have news, we have weather. It is really very much a live update of what's going on right now that's available, very easily accessible right from the lock screen. Just swipe right and you access this screen. Now also, if you want to search your phone, just tap the little search icon and you can look for whatever you're looking for right there from that search functionality. Now if we go back, we can also swipe to the left, which is going to bring up our camera app. So we can start to take photos very quickly. Now not a lot of people know this. You can go directly to the camera right from the lock screen just by swiping, and that way you don't have to worry about going into your phone, clicking on the camera app when you're trying to take an impromptu picture. Sometimes good pictures are very short notice, so just turn on your phone with the side button and then swipe to the left and instantly access your camera just like that. So we'll just go back. Now as we can see here, you also have the ability to pull in Control Center from the top right, and we're actually going to be going over Control Center next, so stay tuned. We'll show you how everything here works. And if you want to access your camera again, a different way is by 3D touching, which is pressing a little bit harder on the camera icon. Same thing for the flashlight. If you press a little bit harder, it'll automatically turn on a flashlight just like that. That can be incredibly useful. Just 3D touch on it again. You just have to press a little bit harder and it'll automatically turn it back off. So that is the lock screen. Now we're going to take a look at how you can change the lock screen wallpaper as well as the home screen wallpaper. Now this wallpaper right here, this is the home screen. And the lock screen is when your phone is turned on. So I just want to make that distinction. Now let's take a look at how you can change the wallpapers in your settings. So here is how you can change the wallpaper on your iPhone. You're going to open up Settings and then scroll down until you see Wallpaper. Click on Wallpaper, and then as you can see, you can choose a new wallpaper right up at the top. Now you can go through, you can take a look at dynamic. These are dynamic wallpapers. They actually move just like so. These are actually pretty cool. Or you can go through some of these other tabs such as stills, live. These are awesome. If you take a look at these, if you tap on them or 3D touch on them, you can see that they actually move just like that. That's pretty cool. There's also perspective mode as well, and then there's still. Go back. So let's take a look, and you can also scroll through all of your photos as well and find one there. Let's say you found a new photo that you like. Just tap on it, click Set, and you can either choose to set it as your lock screen, home screen, or both. Lock screen, again, is the screen when you first turn on your phone, and the home screen is the screen you see behind all of your apps. You can, of course, as well set it as both. So you just hit Set there, and that would add that as your new wallpaper on your lock screen and home screen. Now we're going to show you how your Control Center works on your iPhone. Again, to access the Control Center, you're going to swipe down from the top right, just like so. And as you can see here, this has a variety of different icons. We're going to go over each of these, and then also how to customize your Control Center as well. Now, in the first left-hand corner, you can see that we do have our airplane mode. We also have cellular, we have Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Now, airplane mode allows you to turn off cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Say you're on an airplane, that's the mode that you're going to put it into. Now, if you want to turn off Wi-Fi or turn on Wi-Fi, you just press that button. Bluetooth, same thing, and as well as cellular. Now you can also see the connectivity right at the top left. As you can see, Verizon, how many bars you have, and then also Wi-Fi and how many bars you have as well. At the top right, you can see whether Do Not Disturb and Bluetooth are on, as well as the battery and the battery percentage. Now right next to that, you'll see a little control panel. This is if you're watching YouTube or listening to music, you can hit play, pause, go forward, go back. It's a little easy access control panel for whatever app you're using that uses an audio functionality. Now for lock rotation, which is this button right here, what that means is it's going to lock it in portrait orientation. So let's say that you are going into Safari, you want to read your phone, and it happens to be tilted this way. It's going to keep it still in portrait mode. So it's going to keep everything straight up and down. Even if you turn, it's not going to actually turn it. So the best way to show you actually is in Safari. Let's take a look at Apple. So this is without the mode enabled. If we turn the phone, as you can see, the whole screen turns with it. But if we enable Oh yeah, we scrolled to swipe down. Again, it takes some getting used to that it's now in the top right instead of from the bottom like it used to be. So top right, swipe down, add portrait orientation lock. And as you can see, if we turn the phone, it stays the same way, just like that. All right, great. So let's go back to the control center and turn that off. Right next to that is Do Not Disturb. So the reason I have this right now is because I'm making a video, but if I was to turn off Do Not Disturb, I'll get any notifications coming to me, and that means that I'll get phone calls, I'll get text messages, I'll get app notifications, whatever it happens to be. However, if you have Do Not Disturb on, then what that means is you're not going to get notified either via visually, which is right up at the top, or via a sound or a buzz when you get a new text message. So Do Not Disturb is very useful. If you're in a meeting, you turn on Do Not Disturb. If you're doing something like you're driving, you don't want to get distracted, turn on Do Not Disturb. Now right next to this as well, we do have the brightness settings. So you can turn that up or down depending on what you would like, as well as the volume settings as well. Now, here's another thing to note. If you 3D touch on the brightness, which is press a little bit harder, you can also turn on and off True Tone, which takes in the background lighting around you and it adapts the tone to that. So if it gets darker at night, it's going to adapt the tone to have a little bit more softer colors. You can also have night shift as well to turn this on. That's an even more exaggerated version of that, where it's going to help to protect your eyes at night. So if you turn on night shift, and you can also schedule this as well, turn on until 7 a.m. As you can see, it gets rid of some of the blues on the screen, and this better helps your eyes adjust at night so that you're not getting that blue light that can really make it hard to sleep. So we're going to turn that off now and exit back out. Screen mirroring allows you to mirror the screen of your phone on a device, such as on your laptop, or if you're plugging it into a projector, that type of thing. Of course, we do have flashlight, pretty self-explanatory there. We have access to a timer, calculator, and of course the camera. Now we're going to show you how you can actually customize the control center and add really cool functionality like this, which is a video recording feature for your iPhone. So let's take a look at how to customize the control center. You can customize the control center by going to Settings and then clicking on Control Center. Now you also have the ability to access within apps or not. So say you're playing games and you don't want, touching the side of the screen to pull up the control center, you can turn that off. I always like to keep it on though. But if we go to Control or Customize Control Center, you can see here that you can remove some of the extra features and add all kinds of amazing things. So we already added screen recording, which allows you to just record video of your screen. It's really cool. We also have all of these other abilities as well, such as Do Not Disturb while driving. This is a great feature. So essentially when you enable this, it means that when the phone senses that you're actually driving, it's going to automatically send a text message to somebody who texts you and says, I'll text you back when I get to my location. So that's a cool feature. You can add alarm in. You can add low power mode. There's all kinds of great things that you can add to your control center. I recommend adding low power mode and Do Not Disturb while driving. There's a few other good ones as well, but those are the ones I recommend right now. So as you can see, when you turn on Do Not Disturb while driving, you're not going to receive notifications while you're driving, and it's also going to text your friends if they text you and let them know that you're driving. You'll text them back when you get to your location. Again, alarm, there's also recording your screen. And then low power mode is one I really recommend adding here, because what that is going to allow you to do is when you turn it on, it's going to save your battery life by getting rid of some of the kind of more minor features that are available on your phone but take up a lot of battery. So if you turn on low power mode, that's going to save some of your battery life. That's a great additional widget to add. But anyways, you can explore a little bit and see the different customization that you can add to the control center. It's a little bit about exploring, so I recommend taking a look at those different functionality right there in the settings, adding things that look interesting to you and seeing how they work. Now we're going to show you how you can use Siri on your iPhone. Now there's a lot you can do with Siri, so there's too much to show you in this video, or in this clip that is. However, I'm actually going to also show you a really cool way that you can find additional things you can ask Siri very easily. So how to access Siri, you can either press and hold on the side button like so, and then just say your command. And you can close it again by pressing the side button again. Or you can say, "Hey Siri," and as you can see, it pops up just like that. Now I'll show you a couple of examples, but then I'll also show you how you can discover your own and get a really good resource for seeing what you can ask Siri. It's a lot of fun to explore, so I recommend just trying new things and seeing what works. But anyways, here's an example. What's the weather like in Boston?
Here's the forecast for Boston for today.
As you can see, it gives you the forecast for Boston right here with Siri. So another thing that you can ask is, send a text message to Tristan.
What do you want to say?
Hello.
Ready to send it?
Send.
I'll send it.
There you go. And that comes in a lot of handy if you need to send somebody a quick text message and you want to dictate what it says. This also works well if you're driving because obviously you can't text while driving. You want to say the words verbally and it will add it and automatically send it to whomever you're trying to send to. So those are just a couple of great examples of what you can do with Siri. But here's what I recommend asking Siri to see all kinds of things that you can ask her. This question, follow along. What can I ask you? All you have to do is ask Siri, what can I ask you? And then as you can see here, it gives you a lot of suggestions, such as, under phone, call such and such, call different numbers. Under FaceTime, FaceTime different people. Apps, you can even say launch photos. It's going to launch that app. If you scroll down here, you can see messages. You can say, tell Susan I'll be right there, send a message to Brian, all kinds of different things. With calendar, you can set up meeting events, you can change events. If you scroll down, you can, this is really cool, you can actually translate things with Siri. So you can say, translate, say something, and then say to French or to Spanish, and it'll automatically do it. Sports, you can ask if your favorite team won. Photos, you can see, show me all my photos from the other day. Go to camera, you can scan QR codes, take pictures, maps, give directions home. Scroll down here, you can see, restaurants. You can have it even book reservations, look up different opening times. Movies and TV shows, you can find, thrillers, all kinds of different things. Music, you can have it play certain types of music. Reminders, you can set a reminder, remind me to call home or call mom, whatever it happens to be. You can have it send emails, check the weather, check stock prices, check, actually this is a great one. You can say, set an alarm for X time, so 6:30 a.m. It'll automatically set an alarm in your, on your phone. Contacts, you can ask what somebody's address is, where's Brian for Find My Friends. Add notes, so say, note that I need to pay somebody back $10, whatever it happens to be. Settings, you can turn on airplane mode, you can search the web, you can ask Siri questions such as, how many ounces are in a liter, when is Mardi Gras, all those different things. Books and podcasts. There's all kinds of amazing things you can do, and I know I said I wasn't going to go over all of them, and trust me, that doesn't even scratch the surface, but this gives you a really good starting point. So all you have to do is ask Siri, what can I ask you? It'll pop up with this list, and you can explore and try new things with Siri. So now we're going to show you how you can use iMessage and even the new Animoji on your iPhone X. So of course, go into the Messages app, and you're going to be able to click on the person that you're looking to send a message to. Now if you do want to send a new message, just click Compose New Message right up here at the top right. Now of course, you can tap on iMessage or text message, type as usual, so you can say something like hello, just like that, hit send. Or if you want to dictate a message, then what you can do is you can use the dictate button at the bottom of your keyboard. Watch this. Hi, this is a dictate message. Okay, and then just click send. So that's a dictated message that you can send, and it's actually very good. Siri's very good at picking up what you're trying to say and actually having it translated into a text message. Now if you want to send an emoji, just click on the bottom left area right here. And as you can see, there's all kinds of great emojis that you can send. Smiley face and thumbs up, for instance. Now, Siri will also predict what you want to say next. So if you take a look at this top bar up here, it gives you some suggestions of words like hi, thanks, I. And as you type, it'll let you autofill in sentences. Now here comes the really cool part. Beyond just regular typing, which you can of course do right here, you can also of course send pictures. So you click that button and you can upload or take pictures. But the really cool part is right here in the apps. So there's a few different things that you can do. There's all kinds of different apps. You can go to the App Store for iMessage for different additional ones. You can find GIFs here. So all you have to do is search. So, something like happy. And you can find some cool GIFs that you might want to add. If you go here, you can do Animoji, which we'll show you how to do in just a second. This is brand new. This is amazing. Digital Touch allows you to draw like so and send drawing messages like that. Music lets you share music, and YouTube allows you to share YouTube videos. But if we go back to Animoji, I wanted to show you how this works because this is really cool. All right, so what you have to do is line up your face. Bring your face into view, just like so. There we go. So now, actually I have to just turn this a little bit because it's a little bit difficult. Okay, cool. Here we go. So now Animoji is actually going to track your face like so. So watch this. Hi, this is an Animoji. It's fun and exciting to use and very easy. Just like that. Hi, this is an Animoji. It's fun and exciting to use and very easy. So as you can see, it mimics your face, what you're saying, and you can just hit send. Now, obviously, I didn't put too much thought into that one, but you can get really creative here. There's all kinds of different Animojis that you can have access to, from cats to dogs to pandas. It's really fun and exciting to use, especially if you're just trying to get out of boring text messages and try something new. All right, and one last thing I did want to show you as well is if you're trying to send a text, such as, let's celebrate or something like that, if something's exciting. If you 3D touch on the send, you can actually send it with different effects. So for instance, slam, where it slams in, loud, where it pulls up, or these screen effects where, for instance, it pops up with a lot of the different ones. There's a spotlight. There is confetti. This is perfect. So if we send that, let's celebrate, and it'll actually send confetti to them as well, just like that. Confetti will rain down on their iMessage. So that's how you can use iMessage and Animoji to have a lot of fun. I recommend experimenting around, seeing what works, but it can really spice up some of your conversations and make them more exciting and fun. Now we're going to be showing you some of the other apps that come installed on your iPhone X. We're going to be showing you each of them, but I recommend experimenting with them yourself so you can really see how they work. Now first, we of course have Mail. We already showed you that. Calendar allows you to add calendar events into your phone. Just tap on a day or click plus and you can add a new event. You can choose the time that it starts. This can also sync with your Google Calendar as well in your settings to make sure that all of your events are available. Photos will show you all the photos that you've taken with your phone. You can scroll through them and see them. Now Camera, this is where I want to point some things out. So of course, you have a regular photo right here with your camera. You just need to either press the big white button at the bottom, which is the camera button, and of course turn your phone around for landscape photos. Now you can also use the volume up button to take photos as well. So if you want to hold your phone like this, you can use volume up and snap the photo. Now there are a few different features at the top. You can turn on and off flash or keep it on auto. You also have the ability to turn on and off HDR photos, so depending on the quality that you're really looking for. You can also turn on a timer as well, so if you want to set up your phone or have it on a stand. If you go to the top right, you can also add different filters, so depending on the type of filter you're looking for, you can add filters right as you're taking it, like warm, dramatic. There's a lot of different ones to kind of play with and choose from right there. To close that. Now, in addition to this, you also have the ability to zoom in and out just by pinching your fingers like so. You can zoom in and out, and change the focus point of your photo just by tapping on where you'd like your camera to focus. And then just, of course, take the picture like so. Now, if you want to take a selfie and turn it around, you're just going to tap this button at the bottom right, and that will turn around the camera to face you. Now, if you swipe over, you can access video, and this is where you can actually take a video with your phone. Of course, you can turn it to landscape. You can record a video just like this and just hit again once it's done. Slow motion video is great for sports, those types of things. Time lapse, if you turn this on, it'll take an amount of photos over time and you can stitch them together. You also have portrait mode, which is going to allow you to make your photos look a little bit better. They'll pop a little bit. This is brand new with the iPhone, so you can go through, you can see, studio lighting, contour lighting, stage lighting. It's really fun to kind of experiment with this. And this is more designed if you're taking a selfie or a photo of someone. You can change the lighting effects to make it look very good. We have square for Instagram, and then panoramic, where you can start a photo, turn the camera like so, and it'll stitch it all together as one big panoramic photo. So that's the Photos application, or the camera application. Next, we have the Maps application, where all you have to do is search for an address, click Go, and it'll give you step-by-step directions, just like a GPS. You also have the Clock app, where you can see the time in different locations. You can set alarms just by going into Alarms and tapping Add Alarm. You can even have these alarms repeat as well. So say you wanted to get up at the same time every weekday or every Monday. You can set that. You can change the sound. You can even choose whether or not you want snooze to be an option. And this is particularly valuable now that Face ID is how you unlock your phone, because if you turn off snooze, you have to look straight at your phone in order to turn it off. No more, reaching to the side of your bed and trying to tap the snooze button with your hand. So that can make sure that you wake up as well. It's a cool feature. In addition to this, we have bedtime. Now, what this does is it keeps track of the time that you go to bed and sets your wake-up alarm and gives you a reminder. So really what this is to really track your sleep, make sure that you sleep the right amount each night, and set up an alarm that's going to kind of correspond with that. Now, the stopwatch allows you to, obviously act like a regular stopwatch, start, stop, reset, whatever you need to do. And then the timer works very well if you're cooking food and need to keep track of that. All right, so for weather, this will show you the weather in the current location that you're in. It'll, of course, give you the current weather, give you the days ahead weather, the highs and lows. News will show you the latest trending stories at this point in time. Home allows you to connect any smart lights, smart locks, any smart technology that you happen to have in your home. Now, notes, this is really cool. You can keep track of what you're thinking just by typing in notes. So, this is a note, and it'll add all of these saved to your notes section on your phone. Now, you can also draw on these notes as well, so you can keep track of whatever you're thinking about. You can jot down lists, say for instance a grocery list, whatever it happens to be, and then just click done, and then the note is waiting for you right there on your phone. Now, stocks, of course, very self-explanatory. It lets you track, whatever stocks you're invested in, check the open, high, low, volume, all the different things that you're trying to track in your stock portfolio. Reminders allows you to save reminders for yourself. I do have some set, so I'm not going to go into there right now. But you can add a brand new reminder. You can say, remind me at 5 p.m. To start cooking dinner, something along those lines. There's the TV app. App Store we'll get into later. iTunes Store is for music. iBooks, you can read any kind of digital ebooks that you have on your phone. The Health app allows you to track your fitness over time. You can also add in a medical ID, which I recommend doing as well. If you have allergies or some kind of medical condition, you can add that in there. And that way, if somebody finds you in a situation, you have your phone, you can just show them your medical ID. Apple Wallet, of course, has stored in it your credit card numbers so that you can easily just use your credit card when you're tapping your phone on one of those credit card terminals. Now again, I also recommend, of course, getting Dosh. We showed you how to get this earlier in the video so that when you do use that credit card at those locations, you're going to earn that cash back. So that's bit.ly/use Dosh. Just want to mention it again now that we're going through the wallet. Settings we'll dive into a little bit later, but this has everything that you might need to change or want to change with your iPhone. We did download the YouTube app separately, but I recommend, of course, downloading this app. We'll show you how you can download these apps later on in this video as well when we show you the App Store. But of course, YouTube's great for watching all kinds of videos. We already went over the phone, Safari, messages. Music allows you, of course, to listen to your music library that you have synced from iTunes. FaceTime's pretty cool because you can actually video message somebody. So if you go into FaceTime and you select their phone number or their iMessage account, you can actually video chat with them. Podcasts allows you to listen to your favorite podcasts. The calculator app allows you to do simple calculations. And a pro tip is actually if you turn it on its side like so, you'll get a more complex calculator where you can do a lot more with it. Now the watch, if you have an Apple Watch, and if you do have an Apple Watch, I recommend watching our Apple Watch Complete Beginner's Guide video. We'll put a link down in the description if you're interested, and that'll show you everything you need to know about pairing your Apple Watch, using your Apple Watch, and how that works. This is a whole video in of itself, and it actually is a video. So if you're interested, if you have an Apple Watch, you can watch that. The link's below. Files has all of the different files that you have stored on your phone. Clips allows you to take different video clips. GarageBand, there's Keynote for presentations, Numbers, which is essentially like Excel, or Numbers for Mac. Pages, where you can write as your word processor. iMovie, you can edit movies together. iTunes U has a lot of great resources. And then here as well, we also have Quick Thoughts and Dosh, two amazing apps that we show you in this video. And in the case of Quick Thoughts, I'll post a link below. It's bit.ly/getquickthoughts, where you can get rewarded just for taking surveys. It's a cool app. We showed it in one of our earlier videos as well. So anyways, those are all of the different apps that you have here. We do have a few extra ones such as Compass, Tips, Voice Memos, your Contacts app, and Find My iPhone. I do recommend enabling Find My iPhone, which we'll show you how to do a little bit later on. That way, if you ever lose your iPhone, you can easily keep track of it and discover it again and mark it as lost. All right, so that's just a quick overview of all the stock apps on your phone. I do recommend exploring, trying it out for yourself, but this should be at least a baseline of how each app works, and then you can really dive into it on your own time as well. Now we're going to show you how you can actually download additional apps for your phone in the App Store. Let's take a look. So now we're going to show you how you can use the App Store to download additional apps for your device. So you're going to go directly into the App Store right here. And as you can see, you can scroll through some suggested applications. You can go to the Games tab, which is going to have all kinds of fun games that you can play. The Apps tab has all kinds of useful apps. Now what I recommend doing is taking a look at some of their curated lists, such as Great on the iPhone X. And these are some examples of some apps you probably want to download, like Netflix, DoorDash, Twitter, all kinds of great applications. Now we also have a lot of apps on this channel as well, on the App Find YouTube channel, and we'll be coming out with a video on the best iPhone X apps very soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel because that way you'll get a notification when the new video comes out. So subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get a notification when we post that video on the iPhone X best applications. Now, another great way to find the best apps is to go into this Apps tab and scroll down until you see Top Free right here. Click See All. And this is going to give you a pretty good indication of all the apps that you want to download, such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, Google Maps, Netflix, Target, Spotify, Amazon, Gmail, Uber. These are all of the top free apps, and it's a good indication of what you should probably download on your phone because these are the most popular applications, most likely for you to get some value out of these. So again, I recommend going to Apps, scrolling down to Top Free, and then just downloading whatever of these top free apps you think will be useful for your own phone. So now that we're in the App Store, this is a great time to show you the second sponsor of the Complete Beginner's Guide for the iPhone X, which is Ibotta. Now this application can be used in addition to Dosh, and this app lets you earn cash back whenever you go grocery shopping. Now this app is a little bit different because instead of it happening automatically like Dosh does, this app actually gives you coupons for when you go into the grocery store. Once you go shopping, all you have to do is scan your receipt and get instant cash back. And the best part is you can use both Dosh and Ibotta at the same time. That's really exciting. So here's how this works. You're going to want to go and search in the App Store for Ibotta. Ibotta, just like that. Search on the App Store for Ibotta. We also have a link in the description below as well that'll go directly to Ibotta, but you can search it in the App Store. Now remember, for Dosh, you do need to go to bit.ly/usedosh so that you could get the $5 right off the bat. So make sure that you do that. Ibotta is the one where you can search it in the App Store. So anyways, you'll click on Ibotta. You can click download. And we're just going to wait for it to fully download, and we'll take a look inside the Ibotta application. Once the app is done downloading, you're going to click open, and it'll open the Ibotta app. Now this will show you that, as you can see, you're going to be able to get $10 when you sign up, but you have to use the code IKEW, which we'll show you how to use right now. So you're going to want to click sign up with email. That way you can put in the code. Fill out your information, and at the bottom, put in this exact code IKEW, just like that, IKEW, at the bottom. It's right here on the screen and also in the description, and that's going to give you a $10 bonus when you redeem your first rebate with Ibotta. So why don't you fill this out, and we're going to do that as well, and then get inside the application. Once you've signed in, you're going to be able to see Ibotta and all of the great cash back you can earn. There's all kinds of amazing ways to earn cash back. As you can see here, here are just a few of the different places, like Honey Bunches of Oats, $1.50 cash back. Just add it to your cart and then scan the barcode and you'll get that cash back automatically, just like that. Now, if you go to find offers, you can search for your favorite store. Say, for instance, Walmart, but there's a lot of other stores and a lot of local stores as well. You can scroll down and see 25 cents back on avocados. All you have to do is click plus, and it'll add it to your shopping list. 50 cents back on Simply orange juice, Purex, Campbell's soup, Pillsbury, French's onion mix, Pillsbury pie crust, Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, all kinds of different things. Toothpaste, any brand. There's all kinds of amazing ways that you can earn cash back. Fresh berries, 25 cents cash back. You scroll down, you can see there's all kinds of great ways that you can earn cash back. Flour, watermelon, different things here. Just scrolling through, Pace salsa, White Castle burgers, all kinds of great ways that you can earn cash back. Now, one of the best things that I recommend, though, in addition to scrolling through here, finding things you would have bought already, I love Cholula hot sauce. I can get $1 cash back. Just click plus, add it to your cart, and then at the end, you're just going to take a picture of your receipt or scan a barcode, depending on what they want, and you'll get that money automatically added to Ibotta. And the best part is, you're going to get $10 bonus just because you use the code IKEW. That helps to support our show, the Complete Beginner's Guide to the iPhone X. Hopefully you've learned a lot, and it helps to support us because obviously we put a lot of work and effort into this. But at the same time, you get $10 bonus, and you also get cash back on your purchases that you're going to make. Now, here's a hidden kind of trick. If you take a look here, there are some of these any item deals. 25 cents back on any item. Just add this, and that's 25 free cents. Doesn't matter what you bought at the grocery store. That's 25 cents cash back. So you could even use something like that to get your $10 rebate. Do an any item cash back, scan your receipt, get the 25 cents, but also get the $10 because you used IKEW. I love Ibotta. I use it whenever I go grocery shopping, and it saved a lot of people a lot of money. So I recommend downloading Ibotta, using the code IKEW, and using this whenever you shop in your local grocery store, in Walmart, wherever you happen to go to get the cash back. Now again, you can use both this and Dosh. That's why we showed both of them to you today. Ibotta lets you earn cash back in grocery stores and it gives you coupons. And Dosh is going to be working in the background to make sure that you get cash back on anything you purchase on your credit card that's in their list of over 100,000 stores. So Dosh runs in the background. I recommend hooking this up with your credit card. Just let it run in the background. And if you want something where you might have a little bit of a higher reward, but to get even more cash back, then I recommend using Ibotta, plugging in your favorite store, finding items you would have bought anyways, and getting some cash back for them. All right, let's continue the iPhone X Complete Beginner's Guide. Again, all the links and the instructions to both Ibotta and Dosh are down in the description. Helps to support our show and also helps you earn some cash and cash back. Now we're going to show you how you can organize your apps on your iPhone. So in order to access organizing, just press and hold on an app icon, and as you can see here, it'll put them into wiggle mode, just like this. Now to move them around, just press and drag, and you can move to different locations, just like so. Now you can also move things in and out of your dock, like let's say you want your mail application to be at the dock at the bottom of your screen. You can just drag it down and then click done, and now the mail application is right there at the bottom on every screen, easily accessible. Now if we go into that mode again by pressing and holding, we can also delete apps that we don't want. Now I'm not actually going to do this right now because I do like all the different apps that I have. However, if you were to delete an application, you just click the little X box, and that's going to delete the application itself. Then click done in order to finalize your changes. Now one last thing, if you want to put some of your apps together in a folder, just drag one app onto another app and it will create a folder for you. If you take a look here, you can also change the name to settings, to YouTube plus settings, whatever you want. These usually wouldn't be looped together. And to take it out, just pull it right outside of that folder and that will bring it back to normal. So I just wanted to show you quickly how you can rearrange your apps, put them into folders, and also delete them if you'd like. To finish out our video, we wanted to show you some of the settings that you can change and adjust for your iPhone. Now there's a lot of settings in your iPhone X, so I recommend taking a look and seeing what you're interested in changing. However, we're going to do kind of a brief overview, show you some of the things that are possible, but there's a lot more than we have time to get to today, so I still recommend going in and trying it for yourself. But anyways, we're going to show you some of the top ones that you should change. Now, right at the top here, you will see your name along with your Apple ID, iCloud, iTunes, and App Store. If you're to click on that, you're going to be able to reset your Apple ID, change things about iCloud and how it uploads. So there's some different things relevant to your personal account. Now, underneath this, you're going to see airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular. These are all things that you can access from the control center as well, but they're also conveniently located here in the Settings app. Now here's where we get into some interesting things, such as notifications. So if we click on notifications, you can see when you want previews to be shown. And this is actually very interesting because this means that if you have your phone just like this, it won't show previews until it's unlocked. It won't show text messages that just came in. I recommend having show previews when unlocked because that means you have to look at your phone in order to see the previews, not somebody else. That prevents people from snooping. You used to have, if you had notifications enabled and a notification popped up on your screen and it's not unlocked yet, anybody looking at your phone can see it. But now the notifications won't appear until you look at your phone and unlock it. So I recommend keeping that with when unlocked. It might be a different setting, so I recommend changing that to when unlocked. Now if you scroll down here, you can take a look at each individual app and you can change the settings for the notifications. Let's take a look at the App Store. As you can see here, you can choose whether or not you want any notifications at all. Notifications, of course, is what pops up, shows what each app is trying to tell you, such as there's an update available, somebody's texted you, that type of thing. Badge app icon is the counter next to the application that shows you, if there's unread messages in iMessage, if there are updates in the App Store. that's the icon. You can turn these off individually. You can also choose whether you want this on the lock screen in your history, or even to show as banners. And banners, of course, pop up like this right as you're using your device. Now, temporary is the default where they pop up and then they instantly close themselves. Persistent means that they're actually going to stay on the screen until you manually dismiss them by swiping up. Now, that could be used if you want to make sure that any text messages or emails that are important, you can make sure that those go to persistent to make sure that when they pop up, you actually acknowledge them and they don't just disappear on their own. So that's the notification app. We already showed you how Control Center worked, where you can customize Control Center at one of the earlier sections of this video. Now, Do Not Disturb, I recommend enabling this because, of course, this means that when you turn on Do Not Disturb from your Control Center, and actually enabling it is turning it off from the Control Center as well. Excuse me there. So you turn on Do Not Disturb when you don't want to receive calls or texts and have it buzz your phone or give an alert or have a ringtone on your phone. You can't be disturbed during that period of time. Now, another cool thing here is you can also schedule as well. So let's say you don't want to be disturbed during your bedtime. You can change this, to whenever you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. And that way, you won't actually get notifications or ringtones playing when you are asleep. Now, you can see here if you want it to silence always or when your phone is locked. I chose always because if I'm doing something on my phone that's important, I turn on Do Not Disturb, I still don't want those messages coming through. So I recommend changing that to always unless you only want it to be when your phone's unlocked. Now, here's a really cool feature. You can allow calls from your favorites list. So if you add people to your favorites, which you showed you how to do earlier by adding people from your contacts in the phone app, you can make sure that those calls actually do go through to your phone, even when Do Not Disturb is on. So you can do this for your spouse, you can do this for your kids, you can do this for your best friend or business partner, whatever it happens to be, to make sure that their calls actually go through. Now, another thing I recommend turning on is repeated calls. So if somebody calls you twice in 3 minutes, then it's actually going to push that call through. It's something that's important. And that is a useful feature because if somebody's trying to contact you in an emergency, you do probably want to be notified by that. And again, Do Not Disturb while driving. You can turn this on to automatic, so you can have this always turn on while you're driving, or you can have it be manually, which means you have to turn on Do Not Disturb while driving right from the Control Center as you usually would with regular Do Not Disturb. Next, we have some more settings. If we go to General, you can see that there's Software Update. So you can make sure that your iPhone's always up to date. If there's another update to install, you just click Install and it will add it to your phone. There's a few additional ones here as well, but I wanted to point out iPhone Storage. Now, iPhone Storage shows you all of the different apps that are on your phone, how much space they're taking up, and allows you to get rid of them if they're not useful. Say, for instance, GarageBand, that's 1.69 gigabytes. We can delete the app right from here to free up that space on your phone. So this is a good way of seeing what's taking up the most space on your device. Now, if you exit out of there, you can also see in here as well, there's ways that you can customize the keyboard. There's also restrictions. So if this is a phone for your kids, you can enable restrictions for certain things in here as well if you don't want them to have in-app purchases, different things along those lines. Now, if we go back out, you can see that there's also display and brightness. Now, this has regular display settings, but another great feature to take a look at is is down here, which is the text size. So if you need the text size on your phone to be a little bit larger, you can actually just slide the slider and all the text on your phone will change, which is a really great feature if you need that for your eyesight. Same thing with bold text. You can incorporate that as well. Now with auto lock, this is something I'm actually going to change myself. It's set for 30 seconds of no activity and the phone will automatically turn off and lock. I'm actually going to change that to a minute, but you can do anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes to never. I wouldn't recommend never because then your phone could stay on forever, or not forever, but your phone could stay on until the battery dies, and that's not good. So I'd recommend somewhere between 30 seconds to 5 minutes, anywhere there works. I like to keep it around a minute to 3 minutes. But especially now with the Face ID recognition we told you about earlier, actually a shorter time is pretty good because it means that it's always trying to see when you're looking at it, and it starts counting from the minute you look away. All right, so we go back here, you can see that that was display and brightness. We already showed you the wallpaper and how that worked earlier on in this video. Now, sound and haptics, this allows you to change your ringtone, change your text tone. You can add your own type of ringtone for favorites, for specific people in here as well. There's some cool features to play around with. Now, there are some Siri settings. You can actually change Siri to a different voice, to a male voice if you would like. You can also change, your information in here, teach Siri how to pronounce your name. There's some pretty cool features there as well. Now, we already showed you Face ID and passcode, emergency SOS. I highly recommend enabling that just in case. Hopefully you never have to use it. Now, we have battery as well. You can see low power mode at the top, but you can also see what different apps are using up how much battery. So you can see what's really a big battery user on your phone. We, of course, have privacy as well, where you can change some privacy settings for each individual app, limit what they have access to. Change the iTunes and App Store, Wallet and Apple Pay, you can add credit cards in, and then you have all the different applications you have installed on your phone and their various settings. So that is the settings app. There's a lot to play around with, but those are the main features right there. Thank you for watching our complete beginner's guide to the iPhone X. Hopefully you've discovered everything you need to know about your new iPhone X device. Now, if you found this video useful, please give it a like. And also share this video with your friends so that they can see how to use their phone as well. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell notification button so you can be notified of new videos on the iPhone X in the future. Now, if you do have a question, post it down in the comments below. I can't personally respond to all of them. However, I would love the AppFind community to be able to respond to your question for you. The same can be said if you see a question that you know the answer to, just give it a reply. That way we can all help each other succeed with the new iPhone X. Now, I highly recommend going in and downloading Dosh. Again, they were our sponsor for this episode along with Ibotta. They're both amazing. They helped make this complete beginner's guide for the iPhone X video possible. It takes a lot of effort, work, and money to create videos like this. So I highly recommend and appreciate taking a look at Dosh. It's an amazing application. bit.ly/usedosh, link in the description. Hook up your first credit card. You get $5 right off the bat. And you'll be able to get cash back whenever you use that card at over 100,000 different locations and also online shops. So I recommend downloading Dosh, bit.ly/usedosh. Now you can use Ibotta as well to get cash back whenever you go grocery shopping, including the any brand deals. Again, you use code IKEW while signing up, and that'll give you a $10 bonus after you redeem your first rebate, which you can do at your favorite grocery store or shopping center, such as Walmart, Market Basket, all kinds of different stores, and then get cash back. And after you redeem your first rebate, you'll get $10 in additional bonus. So I highly recommend taking a look at both Dosh and Ibotta. They're amazing applications. They let you earn cash back, and they helped make this video possible. So thank you again for watching. One more thing I wanted to show you is now you are an iPhone X expert. But there's still some things, some hidden features, as it were, that are available on the iPhone X. So I recommend taking a look at our iPhone X hidden features video. Now here's just a quick glimpse at what you'll learn in that. There is a secret feature that you need to enable that will allow you to access dark mode. Watch this. As you can see, just like that, you'll be able to access dark mode, change all of the white on your screen to black, and the black to white. This makes it a lot easier to read at night and is very convenient to access. Now, you do this by clicking the side button 3 times, although if you try this right now, it won't work because you do need to manually enable this. So I show how to do that in the iPhone X hidden features video top 10 list. The link is up here in a little annotation, and I'll also put it down there in the description. So thank you again for watching. Again, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more content, and check out Dosh and Ibotta. Amazing applications so you can start earning cash back. Thank you for watching, and I hope now you are an iPhone X expert. Thank you.